Yo, what's up, Kings? It's your boy here once again, Young V, shooting you another fantastic video. And just, always grateful, guys. Always excited to bring you new content. Always just willing to just go ahead and just dive right in and give you more red pill content, right? Of the truth, right? Because the truth will set you free. First, it's going to smack you right in the face, but it will set you free. So, yeah, guys. So this channel's for men, like always, right? Not boys, not males, but men looking to become the greatest version of themselves. So then, therefore, they can have the tools, right? The things that they need to apply their life to go ahead and do the things that us men are called to do, and just make a big impact on the world, right? It's just unfortunate that we're not equipped, right? I got a couple guys that I'm helping out that I give books to and things like that to help them, expand their knowledge and expand their horizon and their perspective, right? Because perspective is everything. And they just are like, man, I've never heard this before. No one's ever introduced this stuff to me before. And I sit there and I think, like, man, 5 years ago myself, like I was the same way, right? Until someone put a book in front of me, until I started to actually read, started to do things and apply my life and actual um, um, put forth the work in life. Things changed in a major way. So now I'm just completely different than what I was before. So, anyways, guys, so today's video, hope you like the setup. Able to use my hands, so it's pretty cool. So, so today, the topic we're having for today, as you can see down below, is modern women versus traditional women, right? And that is the new war, by the way. That's what's going on, guys. If there's ever a war within our own walls, it's or even outside of it too, because America is always the one that people look towards. We're the shining light on the hill, if you will, and a lot of countries follow what we do. So we have modern women versus traditional women, and it's a big epidemic, big time, right? And and most of the time, men nowadays we're just kind of walking away. A lot of guys are leaving relationships, leaving marriages, getting away from all this nonsense. The system being in the favor of, you know, um, women, if you will. And this isn't to bash women. This is just stating the facts of what's out there. So if you're easily offended, you know how to end it. Just click next or watch something else. But this is the truth. So most people out here are just unaware, right? Guys get in relationships, get involved in things, and they're unaware of the looming system above them. When it comes to having a marital contract under the system of the government, right? And I'm against that 100%. No one should be in between the sanctity the marriage that you guys have. It should be between you and your spouse. And I advise doing private events. That way you guys can have it without having the government and all that stuff involved in any of your guys' business, because it highly favors the opposite sex. So, but there's a lot going on. So, like I said, a lot of stuff going on with the marriages and things like that, and relationships, how they are, and men receiving the bad end of that, and a lot of men are kind of tiptoeing around and real fearful to do certain things, talk to women, to do certain types of stuff out there. So men are just kind of walking away. Men are doing their own thing, and they're not even engaging in a lot of women. Very few men approach women. I do, but I do it for education reasons, to better myself, not to try to get a girl or anything like that. I do that to become better, and by a byproduct of that, maybe something will blossom through that. But I do it to become better and stretch myself, and it works amazing. So, but anyways, overall, men are just going their own way, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of men for withdrawing and understanding the seriousness of what's going on and what is not being shared or what's not being talked about on the news. This stuff has to be shared so people know what's going on. And like I said, guys, the biggest fight out there right now is between the modern women and traditional women. And it's so funny because I don't think they really even know how much of a fight it really is. In order for things to change, in order for laws to become better, things to be in the favor, not just for the man, but for for women, for protective reasons, for financial reasons, all these other things that women want from men, right, aren't going to be there. Because unless these laws change, men will not provide these things. Men will not give these things to women. Because a lot of times, let's be honest, a lot of these women out here nowadays, unfortunately, are ungrateful. They don't care. They expect you to have something for them, and it's all about them. Very narcissistic nature, and it's very unfortunate. Now, men are narcissistic too in their ways, but right now, it's very unfortunate simply because of the fact of how how far gone. I watch a lot of the YouTube channels out there, and I hear what people say, and especially the opposite sex, and I'm like, how delusional, how far are we become, you know? And it's going to divide us. It's going to divide us. I believe like a small portion is going to keep the population growing, but there's going to be a big portion of women and also men, that are just going to die off, and that's just the seriousness of it. They don't want to talk about this, and I completely understand why men go their own way, and I understand women wanting to do their own thing, but a lot of it's because how the times have changed, and a lot of people are just clearly unwilling. Keyword here, willing to put in the work. Most people are just, they want something for nothing. They expect maximums out of giving minimal effort. You cannot receive anything by giving minimal effort. You cannot just exist and think that that's good enough. You have to apply yourself. You have to, you know, um, bring value, something of value to the, not just to the table, but for you in your life, right? So that's just my perspective on that. And yeah, so just understand that things have changed. People have changed in how they think. And we got to level up. A lot of men have to level up and become better. So modern women are out there doing what they want, having fun, having, you know, sex multiple times to multiple men, things like that. A lot of modern women, okay? This is especially like career oriented women, things like that, who are really focused on their career and they want to have fun, right? Like I always say, play around now. You're gonna pay later, no matter who you are, man or woman, right? You pay now, and then you can play later. Okay, life's about trade-offs. It has nothing to do with your feelings. Okay, this is the objective truth, not the subjective truth. This is objective. Okay, so um, when modern women are typically just doing a lot of things, they have their independent thing. I'm my own boss. I got all this going on, and which is fine. I have nothing against all that. That's cool, you know. But now they're complaining in a sense because they're not getting what they want from a man, and they're calling men toxic. They're calling men, hey, you're not, insecure. You're not the kind of guy. You're a misogynist. All these little silly words, the M word, I should say, right? But it's hard to say these things even on YouTube without getting red flags and silly things like that. So we just have to be mindful of this stuff. But modern women are typically just having fun, right? Having fun, right? And that's what they want to do, and that's completely fine. Okay, I don't really care. I mean, that's their choice, and the women have worked hard to have that freedom of choice. So I'm all for it. I respect it. I really do. Um, and that's what they're all about. But again, don't expect maximums off minimal efforts. People want something for nothing. They're not doing anything. If they want a husband, they're not changing their life to attract that kind of guy, right? No man on this planet wants a woman who's been doing a lot of that type of stuff out there, multiple partners, all this kind of stuff. And I'm just going to tell the truth, and then expect her to be in a white wedding dress, which is supposed to signify purity, and then marry her. Only reason why guys do that is because they don't know what you know what's going on, or what maybe she may have done, or what she's not telling you, right? And the problem is that when you reward that, you reward the bad behavior. So they're not going to be able to appreciate it as much as a woman that say hasn't been doing stuff like that. And this is trade-offs. There's nothing wrong with any of this type of stuff that they do. I have no problem with that. I completely respect that. But I'm saying that there's a price to everything. If I don't go out there and build my life, I might not have a woman to, that will give me what I want in return, because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, providing, building, becoming, being somebody that's attractive, right? Not physically, but I do this for me. But the byproduct of that is that they become attracted to that. So there's a reason why we do these things, so you can become better, and you can attract what you want. Law of attraction, right? And then there's the traditional women. Traditional women are just the traditional women, right? They're not out there doing the types of things that modern women are doing, and they're very conservative, and they're scratching their heads. A lot of these modern women are scratching their heads, or traditional women, excuse me, scratching their head, and they're just like, what's going on, And a lot of it too, guys, is a big part of it is because of social media. Social media has opened the floodgates to opportunity. I've heard it from Zig Ziglar, Simon Sinek, not Zig Ziglar, excuse me, Simon Sinek. He was saying that it's good to have, like, how did he word it? He said, too much of something, too much of anything is like, not too much of anything. He said, like, if you have a lot of choices, most likely you're gonna make the wrong decisions when you have a lot of choices. If you have less options, all right, the better choices you're gonna have. So more options, less quality choices. uh, less options, better quality of choices. What do I mean? Perfect example: McDonald's, right? I use a McDonald's example. They got a big menu, right? Or some of these other big businesses. Part of the time is that when you're buying something, you're eating something, you go, man, I wish I had a number two, number four as well, instead of just a number six, right? Because you have so much abundance of choice that you can't figure out which choice that you would want to have picked that would have been better than the other one. Even if you have a certain amount or certain things that you like, you still have that in your mind. Like, man, I could have had different choices. I could have had other things that could have been available, right, to me, right? Versus if you went to say In and Out has a small menu, and you're gonna feel fulfilled. You're gonna be like, okay, I got what the menu was. I saw what was there, and I was like, okay, now I'm excited. Now I'm happy. Now I'm fulfilled with what I ordered, because you had limited choice, right? But the choices that you had, um, were within the were within what you were looking for, with what you went there for, right? You didn't go there for a bunch of different types of randoms of food. Excuse me. You went there for a specific reason, for a specific type, and that's kind of what it's like for modern women and traditional women, right? And the mindset that goes on. So a lot of modern women have abundance of choice, but they can't lock down the choice that they want because they have so many choices. It's like 31 flavors. Now there's like 37 flavors, right? So now they want to try all the flavors, right? Nothing against that. I'm not knocking that. All I'm saying is just the fact that, you know, too much choice can lead to more bad decisions, right? And this is from Simon Sinek, and I heard that. I was like, wow, this is fire. And um, less choices end up having better quality choices you'll make, because you're not making all these decisions and all these kind of crazy choices that are available. Just because they're available doesn't mean we need to reach out for them and grab them and take everything that we can. And it's leading to a lot of problems out there, a lot of frustration and lack of fulfillment in our life. So, but yeah, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I'll talk more about this on other subjects and other YouTube videos. But today was just, just wanted to shoot this for you guys. So hope you guys are doing great. Like and subscribe, guys. Share this with your friends. This is a movement, like always. And like I always say, you just got hit with a little alpha donor. So, anyways, you guys be safe. Take care. Have a great night. Peace. Bye.